Hello, hello, everyone. It's Courageous, and I'm here with my first cash stuffing of 2023. I've still been cashing, stuffing my cash, but just off camera. So this is the first official cash stuffing, and it is the last cash stuffing of January. So if you want to see what's going where, what am I doing with my money, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's go right into the video. All right, so first off, let's count this money. Let's see how much we are stuffing today. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 50, 70, 90, 510, 530, 535, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So $575 in cash. And we have some prop money over here that has gone directly into digital accounts. So that's $100 and $1. All right, so let's start with my wallet. So what we're gonna do is stuff all of the money. We're gonna stuff all of the money. We're gonna do groceries first, and these envelopes here, which I use as dividers, but they're envelopes, are, why is it sticky? I have to clean this off. Are from Princess Budgets. They'll be linked in the description box. These are from Amazon, as well as these stickers. I'm not linking them down below because I'm very upset with them. I don't know if I'm just too rough, but like they just keep, like this little thing keeps flying off. I do prefer the zipper pouches than the open pouches, but they're letting me down. But anyway, groceries is getting $250, but we're splitting that. Where's mine? Oh, here we go. I get paid bi-weekly, so what I do, I split into 2 weeks the variable spending that goes into my cash envelope, only because I don't want to have it all here and spend it all in like one day. Groceries are super expensive, and I'm trying to just stretch it, and I'm also trying to limit myself to not being at the supermarket and at Walmart every day. I actually did a very good job within this last week. What I did last paycheck, I get my meat at this Dominican supermarket because it's fresher, it's good quality and more variety, and for the most part cheaper. But I go for the variety and the freshness. So I went and I bought 2 weeks worth of meat, so that I didn't have to go back there for a week at least, because my daughter does, like the plan was 2 weeks, but it ended up being one because my daughter is on an empanada kick, and that's where I get the empanadas, the dough for the empanada. So I did have to go back, but I did make it to a week. I made it to a week. And I actually I overshot myself, because I didn't, like, I thought it was 2 weeks worth of meat, and I actually still have about a week's worth of meat left. So I don't have to go until next week, but I did go this week because of the empanada dough. All right. Anyway, long story long, right? So we're doing 250. So that's 125. So 125. But that's gonna throw off my fives, right? What's getting fives? Oh, okay. So let's just do, so that's 125, 125. That's perfectly fine. All right, so we have 50, 100, 125 for 1 week. And 125, 50, 125 for the following week. So how are y'all doing? How is January treating you guys? How is 2023 hitting? I'm like exhausted. I've been going to sleep very late because I've just been starting to work late in the day, and then I just got so focused that I don't want to stop working. So I have to like pry myself out of my office. All right, so see, this is the one I mean. You see how it broke? I don't even know why I still have this in here. Let me take this out. So gas, I'm just going to put all of the gas in at once because I'm not taking all these chips to the gas station. So gas is getting 80. And how am I doing that? Gas is getting 80. Let's do like this. Because I need to have for Scarlett and laundry, which I still do. Okay, I don't want to, I'm going to spend this right away anyway. So 50, 70, 80 for gas. But yeah, then semester starts next week, and I am teaching a new class, and I got it. I literally got it last Saturday. So it's a short story class. And when I tell you, I've read like over 50 short stories this week, just trying to select some good ones for my students, for my class, designing the whole course, because I haven't taught this one ever. And I really, so we're doing, okay, so that's me. I'm not getting anything. Pets is getting 60. So, and then on top of that, designing, re-adapting to that. The thing is, I make it hard on myself because I'm constantly tweaking my class. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? All right, so this is done. All right, so 60 in pets, and that is not getting stuffed by week. So I think the only thing that was getting stuffed for 2 weeks was this. So we can put this away. So then dining out, or fun as I call it, is getting 60. We're actually going to the buffet. Scarlett's like, if you're new here, Scarlett's my daughter. She's like, we haven't been to the buffet in a while. And I was like, you're right. I'm like, let's go this weekend. We can do something fun, have a nice outing, go to the buffet. Well, I'm still gonna, like, again, I don't usually work weekends, but because I have so many things that I need to finish before Monday when the semester starts, I'm just gonna be like, all right, like so we are, all right, so next is spending, which is getting 40. And then, so this one still has its thing, so we can put it in there. And so, what was I saying? I'm tired. That's it. That's what I was saying. I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. But I'm really excited about the classes and the changes that I made to my existing classes and this research project that I have going on. So I'm not complaining. So we have 15 for Scarlett. This is her allowance, and we know she's going to spend most of it on McDonald's. All right, the next we have laundry, $20. So where am I going to put laundry? Oh, you know what? So we have candles here. I'll put the laundry here. So it is useful to have the divider. So we'll put the laundry there. And then we have $50 left, and I'm just going to put this in miscellaneous and just to have it if in case we need anything extra, it'll be there. I'm going to put it here in miscellaneous. And if it's still there by the next cash stuffing, it'll go into some savings or something. All right. So next we have the prop money. So prop money is going first. So remember what I said in my debt payoff plan video. If you haven't seen it, go see it so you can see how I'm paying off $26,000 worth of debt in 2023. But one of those ways is that I'm using rollover money and side hustle money to fund the 100 envelope challenge. I wanted to do the 100 envelope challenge before because I was just like, I can't keep all this money. Like, this is gonna take too long. But you know what? I am committed, and it's like, again, I also didn't know what I was going to put it towards, because I'm like, if I'm going to put it to savings, I have smaller challenges that I could do. But this year, I'm determined. I'm going to do it, and all of it is going to go to help me pay $26,000 worth of debt. So what I do is the day before I get paid, like the night before I get paid, whatever is left over, because obviously I give every dollar a purpose. Whatever is left over, I just automatically transfer it to my savings. It just so happens that I had $1 left, but hey, it counts, and that's what we're putting, because every dollar adds up. Because look, as you can see, I have small amounts, but it's going towards something. So I'm going to put this, I have my 100 envelope because I'm doing it digitally. I'm not doing 100 actual envelopes. So we'll add that here. So now we have 50, 70, 80, 85, $86. So we're almost at $100. And that's just from rollover money and a tarot reading I did. So I read tarot, in case you're new here, because I know you see me pulling these oracle cards. I do tarot readings, and of course, a portion of it I allocate towards my spirit guides, who obviously are with me while I'm doing the readings. And then whatever I allocate with extra went in here. So that's 65. That's why I got a big number so far. It's not that I had $65 left over, because like I said, I always usually give my every dollar a job. So it's not really going to be that I'm making a lot of large amounts, but we're going to see how this goes. So yeah, so we're almost at our first $100 in the 100 envelope challenge, and this will total $5,050. So next we have savings, and savings is going to get $100 in prop money, and that brings us to 1,500. So 1,500, 16, 17, 18, 1,900, 50, 70. So $1,970 in savings, in the savings bucket. So that is, we're out of money. So that is that. But of course, it's my bi-weekly pay, and I can't leave you all without an oracle card. If you're new here, like I said, I read tarot, oracle, all of that good stuff. And when I get paid on my bi-weekly paycheck, I like to pull an oracle card for the general energies, just to give you a message on how we can approach our finances in the next coming 2 weeks and what message they have. So this is the Divine Doors. I chose it because we have just entered a new year, which is like walking through a door, however you perceive it. Because some people start the new year on their birthdays, which is, I heard someone say that, and my husband actually says the same thing. He's like, the new year for me is my birthday. And I'm like, I can dig it. But as a collective, for the most part, you know, in Western society, the new year, we just walk through a door to the new year. I'm rambling. So let's go. Let's see what the message is. All right, so we have these two beautiful doors that popped up. Beautiful. I love how this one, I love the depth. I'm really big on things that, like pictures and images that give us that depth, that perception of us having to get there, right? And look at what's there when we do get there. What is that? It looks like a wall. It looks like maybe we'd have to climb over a wall or something. But I love the shadows. I'm over here analyzing like this is an art exhibit. Let's read the messages. But see, look, I'm over here. We have to get there, and then we have to climb a wall, and that's because we need patience. Patience. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Pass this card on. I'm passing this card on to you. That is the message, and I'm like, we have to get there. We have this depth, and we can take our time to get there. Then we have to climb a wall. It's patience. We just like I'm having patience with this $100 envelope challenge, 100 envelope challenge. We need patience because they say Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was wealth, right? Like unless you won the lottery, or inherited something overnight. And even that probably takes, that still takes time, because just because you inherited something doesn't mean they're going to give it to you. Oh, like it's yours right now. There's a procedure to get the paperwork in order, transfer it, all of that stuff. So patience is the message. Especially, at the beginning of the year, it's easy to start because we have our goals that we want to set up. It's easy to try to go from 0 to 100 in the first month, and that's how we burn out. That's how we kind of lose speed and momentum later in the year, because we said, I set off this New Year's resolution. I want to achieve it. I'm gonna do it today. Right. And then when you see that, it's going to take longer. I don't know if I want to invest that kind of energy. Right. So this is saying be patient and take and be aware of the time, because that's one of the things people who don't really organize. Like, this is why it's great to break down steps. It's when you don't know, or you don't plan or strategize how to accomplish something, you underestimate the amount of time it's actually going to take. And that's where you get impatient. You think, I'm going to do this, and just because I set my mind to it, it's done. That's not exactly how it always works, right? It's like, I'm going to pay off $25,000 worth of debt. I'm not doing that in January, right? I know it's going to take me the year. It might take me even longer than the year. I'm setting the goal of the year because I think it's possible, but I don't know what's coming, right? I think I can do it. I plan to do it. I strategize on how to do it, but I need to also have patience, because I know if it is delayed, or even if it does happen this year, it's probably going to be towards the end of the year. So give yourself patience and give yourself grace. And I am a big time organizer and planner. So always be aware and map out the length of time you think it's going to take, so that you can achieve a goal, so that you're not burning yourself out thinking, I can achieve this right away, and get disappointed or let go when you don't do it in that time frame. The next door, I'm loving the natural light. I'm loving it. It says, forgive and forget, a ritual cleansing of pain and lies, arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. So I am, like I said, very, very spiritual. I do practice, and it's saying a ritual cleansing of pain and lies, right? So forgive and forget. I'm not the best at forgiving and forgetting. I'm great at forgiving, but I don't forget. I keep it in the files. I archive it, right? I forgive and archive. But at the same time, we need to cleanse ourselves of the pain and lies that we're holding on to, that unnecessarily, right? Like, I'm not holding grudges. I actually have never been one to hold grudges. I keep it in the archives as a lesson or as a cautionary tale, right? But I'm not holding on to that as a victimization tool. You are as much a victim as you make yourself out to be, right? And what power do you have in victimization, right? There's often not much power in that, right? Because you're giving agency and control of yourself and your pain and your healing to someone else by making yourself the victim, right? So and this is not to minimize harm that was done to you, not at all. I'm just saying, it's just saying that you have to be aware of how you're using your experiences, and if it's to hold yourself back or push yourself forward, right? And I, again, forgive if possible, because obviously there's some things that are not possibly forgiven, and forget. And I'm just, because I have to bring this back, of course, to the budgeting, right? Forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive your misspending, forgive 2022. If 2022 finances didn't go the way it went, forgive that. Archive it, learn from the mistakes, but don't hold down to that. Like, oh, I spent so much money. It's like when you say you're not gonna. I used to do this all of the time, and I have a tendency to binge eat. I do have like, I'm doing very well, but what would happen is if I would get sick and I was down, I would use that as an excuse to binge eat. Even though I did very well, I was doing well, that excuse, me being sick or me being down, was my excuse to binge eat. And because I binge ate that day, I used that as an excuse to binge eat the next day. Like, oh, well, I already overate. Like, oh, I already messed up everything I was doing. Oh, like, so it's like I would carry that as an excuse to the next day, right? Until I snapped out of it. Cause I usually, like, when I'm in a funk, it might take me a few days. But the point is, don't use that. I was already upset at myself for slipping, which is normal. To err is human. But I was carrying that as an excuse to justify to continue slipping, right? And now I'm working with a personal trainer. He's amazing. I've already lost 11 pounds as of a few days ago, and I've been working with him for 2 months. And I've been working on my diet and my healthy eating habits, because I'm not calling it a diet. It's just getting my eating under control. And one of the things is I'm not depriving myself. Like I said, we're going to the buffet. When I go to the buffet, you best believe I'm going to eat 3 plates of food. That's a given. Unless I get full, like I might eat 2, but it's like I'm going to eat 3 plates of food. But I'm not going to use those 3 plates of food. Be like, oh, I broke everything I was working for. Oh, I'm just a loser. I'm going to just keep binge eating because I'm such a loser. No, I'm just going to reset the clock the next day. So forgive and forget. Or I want to say forgive and archive, and patience. That is your message for the next 2 weeks. Let me know if this resonates with you in the comments. I'm sorry I got a little long-winded with everything. When I'm tired, I ramble. All right. This is Courageous. Stay brave.